everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to my multi-dimensional life. While I was vending this weekend at the flea market, I found two new hats. This is one. This is another one. I've already seen my witch's hat. I got that at a resale shop in town. Anyways, today, I think I want to talk about heaven. My concept of heaven has changed throughout my life. And when I was younger, especially growing up Catholic, um, it was a typical Christian concept. This beautiful place that is somewhere else up in the sky, far, far away. And then I switched to United Methodist Church. And my concept of heaven pretty much remained the same. And then I switched to Assemblies of God. There may have been a slight switch into the more, I don't know if I want to say mystical way of looking at it or what. But then when I was in my mid-40s, I started to break away from Christianity altogether. It just wasn't working for me. So, I did some searching and exploring. I think all my life, when it comes to spirituality, I've always been seeking. Always. I never stop. And with that, my concept of heaven changed. Well, a lot. First of all, I really don't call it heaven anymore. I call it another dimension, the spirit realm. I call it home, stuff like that. But as, throughout the years, because, all right, this was my mid-40s. I'll be 62 this year. As I travel on throughout my physical life, it keeps changing. So here is my question. Is heaven an actual place located somewhere else? Because I'm beginning to question that. I always felt like when spirits came to me throughout my life, which in my younger years happened, but not like now, were they traveling or, teletransporting from a place far, far away? I'm questioning that now. I'm wondering, okay, is it, the spirit realm, heaven, nirvana, whatever you want to call it? Is it everywhere? Everywhere in the universe? Or maybe in all universes, or however that works. I don't really understand that one. So, I guess I'm asking this because when I was younger, I could always feel, not so much that I talked to spirits, but I could feel the presence of more people in the room than there were physically, than what you could see. If I, kind of, look at that, my third eye is a flower. No. If I could tap in and hone it, whatever, concentrate on what else is around beside what I could see, I could feel the presence. And I did tell you the story about when I was a child in my bedroom and I felt like there was a lot of people and they're watching me. It's kind of like that. I always felt that. So if heaven's another place, well, then an awful lot of spirits are coming and going from heaven to here all the time. Because anytime I sit down and think about it, or, concentrate on what is physically around me, plus what else is around me I can't see, there's always other people who don't have bodies. Um, and it makes me think that since that's the case, and it's that crowded all the time, because wherever I've discovered, wherever you go, no matter who you are, there's spirits all over the place. I have felt them. They pop up every once in a while and go away, whatever. Um, Maybe that means that when you die, you're not technically going somewhere. Now, I don't know. Maybe it feels like you are, but you're not. I don't know. And maybe it's just all around. And so, like, maybe you kind of step out of your body, and wherever you are is heaven. I mean, I think everywhere in the universe, in all that I'm aware of, there are spirits all over the place. So therefore, I have to question, is heaven an actual destination? Okay. Now, um, when it comes to like Satan, I believe in it insofar as that's like an archetype. People decide to create that within themselves or in others. Um, Hell is the same thing. To me, I the things I have been through in this lifetime, those have been hell for me. I really think hell is more of I don't know if I want it. Yeah, well, I guess I'm going to say state of mind because some people have so much guilt that they are creating a hell for themselves. But there are situations and things while you have a physical body. Well, there's your hell. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Is it a destination? When I think about people who have had near-death experiences or NDEs, I need a sip of tea. I am wondering if, okay, when our body is dying, when you're in the active dying process, like I know with both my parents, they were unconscious while they were in the active dying process, both of them. And I wonder is if your consciousness, your soul, as it's leaving the body, it does go unconscious. And so that as you're waking up without your physical body, maybe there's something about that sensation that some people perceive as like a tunnel with the light at the end, but maybe that's your consciousness waking up back to your when you're back to your original form. I'm trying to think. I know we talked about like my mom's experience when she died, and I mean, my relatives who passed on before my mom, I would say good 2 years at least. I'm not sure exactly. Were already coming to talk to her. So, it's like, I think they're always there, but they worked on getting her attention so that they could prepare her. Um, so they're always here, but they do like help the person, I think, like transition out of the body. I don't know. I always get that feeling that there's always, no matter who they are, spirits around. Whether they're family or other spirits, or spirits go just like us, you go down and there's people walking around doing errands, and maybe it's kind of the same way. Just people without bodies, spirits, souls, going about their business, whatever that may be. Because that has changed drastically. I used to think, and I would say when my son died, I thought that heaven was a destination, that he was going someplace far, far away. And I couldn't handle that. But the day he died, and, I had the police looking for him and stuff. It's a long story. I was sitting on my back porch, and I had a picture of my son, and I was crying, begging him to please come home. He's doing it again. We don't need an example. I'm sitting there, and I felt where he was standing. Now, where he died, he was outside the country. But I immediately, as I'm trying to talk him into coming home, I guess I kind of did, but he forgot something, his body. Anyways, I could feel him. He was like standing right here, like to my left, a little bit behind. And I turned around and I looked right at him and I said, "You're not there. You're coming home in your body." I was wrong. So I do wonder, is it really a place, or is heaven just transitioning into your true form, into your original form? Just stepping outside your vehicle. Is it? I don't know. And I will often sit here and imagine, okay, what's it like to not have a body anymore and to be in this state of not needing anything? The only thing, and it wouldn't be a thing, would be like love. I think that's what we really, that's our true sustenance. So that would be like the only thing we really need. Oh, yeah. And you hear of spirits who die and they don't realize they're dead, especially if they have a sudden death. Well, maybe that's why, because you more or less just transitioned out of the body. You just stepped out of your body and didn't realize it. Your body's damaged, it's no longer you, but you did not realize it. And, you're just like all the rest of spirits. You go and you try to talk to loved ones and they're not responding. I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And Christians, I was Christian in one form or another for 45 years of my life. So I know how you guys feel about it. I know how you look at it. Yeah, but mine was a gradual process of change. Whether I'm right or not, I really don't know for sure. I want to know, how do you guys perceive heaven, or what I call the spirit realm? To me, I think that's why I always call it spirit realm, because to me it isn't a different place, it's just a different realm. And to me, a realm is vibrating at different frequencies. So whatever frequency you're vibrating at is the realm you're in. So this is Persephone. I have 3 cats, a very large dog, and this girl here, she's just one big baby, or one little baby. She's my girl Persephone. I have a Torby named Rhiannon, and I have a pale ginger named Draco. And my dog, he's a Great Pyrenees, and his name is Sirius. That should tell you everything you need to know about me. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Please, let me know what your perception of heaven is. And I don't feel there's a right or wrong answer. I know there's some of you that do. It's none of us could ever really be sure until after we step back out of the body and get our sanity and wits and memory back. So, excuse me. I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.